All right, we are back, and I want to make do a quick thing before we get on. Just with Jewel is going to cast a couple healing spells. Um,
Ooh.
so let's see. All right, Higgimus.
After this, her doing that, he's gonna start taking interest. Like,
This is while you're getting the blood.
mm,
Okay, Higgimus, you're good. Higgimus, you get healed for, oh my god, 2 points of damage.
yeah, that's like
Awesome.
You know, and I was specifically using my D10 that always rolls high.
Do I also get a point of from sleeping?
This is before sleep, so.
Before
Is
sleep.
that
Okay.
a man say you used rigged dice?
weighted dice.
No,
Higgimus
I have a D10. One of my D10s always feels like it rolls high. As I've just proven, that's not necessarily accurate.
Higgimus's natural hit point resistance must have kicked in.
All right, Big Mac, Braxon, you get
Yeah.
3 points. I still use my my D10 that's supposed to roll high, and case in
That's
point.
still 50% more than Higgimus.
Yep. And Braxon, you are going to get healed for 4 points.
Oh, I thought you said 3.
And right, you did. She healed you again.
And another 4.
Yeah. 3 and then 4.
Thank you.
And then you still look pretty beat up. So, whoops. 6 points.
Oh, I feel a bit better now.
You gotta
Okay.
realize Braxton has the most hit points out of us all.
All right, so yep, that will be that. You guys get the things that you wanted, and like I said, with the scales, within reason. I mean, you can get like a pouch full kind of thing. It's not enough to make armor. The scales on these creatures aren't armor.
Like
material.
I said, if that's the case, well, I could probably use them for something cool looking, or for like decorations, or sell them to a mage, sell them to the Mage's Guild on Brawl.
Yep. All right. Anything that anyone else wants to do before going to sleep?
No, I did my thing when I said when we're sleeping. So
I don't think I'm in the mood for making a set of fireproof armor out of one of these things. So,
I don't think
Does
it would
not-
even be. You would probably make some nice leather armor.
Yeah,
Make
it's
some nice
leather.
gloves or boots.
Scale is leather working. That's what I was like. But Yeldan got
gloves?
all he can out of them. So
Well, I mean, if you were gonna turn the scales into an actual suit of scale armor, that would be armor smithing.
yeah,
well,
but Braxton hasn't got that skill.
I have
do.
leather working.
I have armor
But I mean,
smithing.
you could turn the skin underneath the scales into leather armor. So anyway, yeah, I mean, you kind of cut these creatures up, so they're really
Yeah.
not good
Yeah.
leather for things.
Especially
if
the
you
ones that
want,
kick 'em in
using
scale.
yeah, you should be using
Blunt
blunt
weapons
weapons if you want to recover hides from creatures. Just FYI.
Yeah.
All right, so nothing else anyone wants to do before sleeping?
yeah.
Okay, Lafdul?
I have thought capture. I'm just gonna cast it, just out of curiosity, see if I get something from any of the party members. Not party members, not party members, basically.
I hate you. All right, so
Norse
It's only
music
the
in
one
your
casting
head.
it.
yeah, but
Just out of curiosity.
you pick up thoughts that are in the area, which is generally older things, not things that are.
Oh, is that? Oh,
Yeah, it's not that you're picking up things that other people are thinking right now. It really
No,
is. It really is primarily for.
can it be like a couple hours later, after we've been here for a couple hours, or is that too soon?
I think that's too soon. I'm getting some echo, by the way, from someone. I don't know who.
Levy.
Okay.
All right, no, if genuine, if they can't get anything, just say don't. I don't get anything.
Well,
I'm
let
fine with
me
that.
see. Let me take a look.
I mean, if those creatures were intelligent, nah.
They could have been.
And if they were able to speak, maybe the adults.
Those were
Yeah,
adults.
I mean, it doesn't specifically say how old, but basically, I mean, number one, thought objects are always attracted to the priest in the order of the strongest, those attached to powerful emotions or significant events. So,
Yeah.
all right, you cast it, and you do pick up a thought of what you'd guess is an orc who died from fighting probably not these creatures specifically, but their ancestors. Because
a long-held
you
memory.
do hear like you do pick up the feeling of along the lines of, I can't believe I survived that to die to this.
Ah.
What exactly that was, you don't know, but I'll leave that up to your imagination.
Just fluff flavor.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned.
There isn't,
Well, I
like,
mean,
an
I had to
image
come up with something on
associated
the.
with the word.
I had to come up with something on the fly for this, so
I was thinking about saying that during the break. I was like,
that's okay. No, I mean, I don't mind.
That's where I say I've got 4 more prepared. Nope.
You're fired. All right, so you get that spell cast. Anything else? Anyone? Or
No.
just rest?
You don't pay us
No.
all, so you can't fire him.
Oh, I could totally
You
still
can
fire
kick him
you.
off. You can kick him off the show, but not fire.
Yeah, totally fired. All right, so you guys get your spells back.
Yeah,
Braxon,
Braxon's getting ready for his
you
watch.
recover. That's going to be. All right, everyone who's injured gets a hit point. Braxon, you get a hit point, and then you get an additional 3 hit points.
Woohoo!
Jesus, how long does that potion last?
A long time. Braxon, you have
long
not.
enough for Braxon to explode.
Braxon, you have
Still
not
not
felt
hungry.
at all tired on the trip. You're not even hungry. You're not thirsty.
Awesome.
So, do the rest of us just gain 1 hit point?
Yes.
Creating some more temporary healing potions.
Okay.
Creating 3 more.
All right.
And I have 1, 2, 3 cute like mutants. Was there no opportunity for that? Or, I mean, basically, a couple hours in after people started sleeping, basically, I'd see if I could snag one of our hair things off.
Yeah.
Or
So the problem.
maybe an arrow or something.
The
Bit further.
There's always someone on watch, so you'll
Yeah.
have to.
I'm not
I
doing
should-
it in
I
person.
should
I'm
be
using my
hearing
ring.
Yeah, the
Okay,
problem
but-
with the ring is that for a hair ornament, you'd basically have to like
It'd be snagging.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't just be snagging because you'd be yanking out hair.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
It's a shame I can't use hair.
You would need to like basically untie it. And I don't think that the ring can do quite that fine manipulation.
Yeah, nah.
Do you have now? This would not be an attack. Do you have invisibility?
I've got
something?
camouflage.
Let's
Through the
see.
forest, though.
Well, no, I mean it might work. Let me see. When do you get the invisibility power?
When I'm 7th level,
Okay.
I think.
So yeah, still a ways. Okay. We could always take a sip from your potion too.
Yeah.
All right, let me see camouflage. Hold on a second.
It's the first book.
Yeah, I know.
I've got a description up if you want. I can just copy and paste it.
Do you have the page number?
99.
All right. Wilderness settings, natural surroundings.
All having to look up things.
No, that's fine. Um. Yeah, that'll work.
Is there? I assume I'd be going for like, backpacks or something. Some like loose.
Well, if you're
object
going
or
for
something.
a hair thing, you can just go for one of the people who's asleep and
Tie it.
untie it.
The more ballsy you are, the better.
I'm trying not to do something that's like really compromising. That's why I said originally a peg that was holding down a tent. That's really obvious. Not obvious.
Right. Well, I mean, you could still wait another day if you want.
Yeah. I'd rather go for a clothes peg because we're all cramped in here. I assume there's loads of people that'll have listen checks, so to speak.
But people are sleeping, and on top of that,
I don't know.
the guards
I don't
the
know how
guards are
many
looking
people are snoring.
out of the cave, not into the cave, because you've Braxon and the orcs did a thorough search of the cave, and they didn't find any back entrances. Now, obviously, there could be a secret entrance, a la the Hobbit, but the guards are going to be looking for things outside, trying to get into the cave. And it's still raining. If you're doing this before you actually go to sleep, like if you decide to wait an hour, pretend to sleep, then
I can also reduce myself to make myself smaller, so I'm also harder.
I doubt we're gonna have to deal with 13 dwarves of the Hobbit ambushing us.
not making yourself smaller isn't really going to make much difference.
You never know what shenanigans Alt might pull.
You don't.
So let me put it this way: do you want to camouflage yourself and try and untie one,
Camouflage myself and try and tie something.
like a hair ornament, on one
I
of the ones
guess.
that's sleeping? Okay. All right.
It's going to be a pickpocket. I got 30 on pickpockets.
It is a pickpockets roll, but yeah, there can always be modifiers to the roll. You are camouflaged. They're asleep.
This is why you need to invest in the
So
pickpockets
just
sometime.
say, do you want to do
He
this or
has
not?
been.
It's up to you.
No, I don't.
Okay.
You might.
Not on
you
this
could-
opportunity.
They have
Okay.
packs,
Now that
don't
you've
they?
said no, that roll of 23 is gone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Use the force, Lafdul.
That's what the ring's for. That is the force.
Use the force.
All right. So what do you want to do then? If you're not going to do that,
I was gonna.
No, I'm.
you got to take some risks, and when you're you camouflaged, everyone's asleep. That's a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grab.
I need
they
a
have
cover
packs.
story.
You came up with a cover story of getting all the pieces together if they notice it. I mean, obviously if they wake it up, but you also have camouflage, or you could just become invisible.
All right, no, I'll try a pickpockets attempt.
Okay, well, just so you know, I had rolled 23 and now I'm rolling again.
Oh.
You're trying to get below his score, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, which is 30.
Plus modifiers.
Yeah.
Okay, you get a hair ornament successfully.
Yay.
It's a good sized tooth, not too big, but larger than
Is
the
it hollow, I guess?
It's been I mean it's been hollowed out, but it's also been drilled through so that it can be tied to things and
Wait,
stuff like
they
that.
have drills?
Little hand drills.
Yeah, drills are
Yeah,
really
you can
really old technology.
Yeah,
you can make bone drills.
Basically, I'm going to collect a load of bones in here, and when my camouflage is worn off, I can dispel it.
So does that
I
too
do that
count as
outside of the
holy
cave.
symbol?
Wait, what was that, Lafdul? I'm sorry. You're collecting
Now
bones.
that I've
and
got
what?
this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out of the cave and dispel. I'm gonna come under the guise of I came back. I had to relieve myself or whatever.
No one knows that you left,
I'm gonna
though.
gather up. Huh?
No one would have known that you'd left, and
I didn't realize I had the opportunity to cast it in there because it's casting a spell,
I mean,
I suddenly disappear.
yeah, but people think you're asleep. They're not paying attention to you being
All right,
in
then
here.
I just dispel it and I gather up some bones. I guess whatever I could find around.
Yeah. I mean,
and I will
you
Add,
definitely
them
could
to
have.
the, add it to the ornament you got.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. All right. Yeah, you've got a
There
new
was
holy symbol there.
bones. There was bones where they've been eating.
Yep.
Yes, that
Yep.
was the whole
So you're good.
cover story.
You got your new holy symbol. No one noticed.
Well, as far as I know, no one knows.
No one noticed.
And then
No one
suddenly
noticed
there's
you
a pal,
taking it. Let me put it that way.
and then there's suddenly a paladin with one eye open.
You're just gonna make him more paranoid. Stop.
Okay, so next morning, spellcasters get their spells back.
Mm-hmm. I use crate feed and water in the morning.
Okay.
Crate capsites at night. And I make 3 temporary healing potions.
All right. Anything
bear with
anyone
me.
else wants to do in the morning?
I
Just
will
getting
heal
set up.
myself with Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
Strength on Braxon.
All right.
Oh.
Let me roll level variation.
Thank you.
I hit myself for 3.
Why do you never get wild surges anymore?
I don't
So
know.
disappointed.
What's the
Why
number
don't you
you have?
throw? I mean, you throw the dice. It's your fault. Must be your fault.
Doing another Cure Light Wounds on myself. Oh, for crying
I
out
want to
loud.
know what happens if Lever gets a wild surge.
All right. Well, you cast strength on Braxon, and it's successful. And you have a 17 strength now, Braxon.
Oof.
17 strength.
Yep. So that's +1 to hit,
Oh,
+1 to damage.
Casting my last Cure Light Wounds on Yeldan. For 3.
You know, Braxon, it could always be that Lever saves the actual wild surge. So at a very critical point in time, there will be a wild surge and it will kill everybody.
Yeah, at some point.
Come
That's
on.
true.
Come on. More party killing.
Has anyone got any temporary healing potions on them?
Nope.
Nope.
Hmm.
Alright, I've got 3 temporary healing potions to give out, so I guess
Braxton took his, so
you've still got yours.
No, he took it.
You took one that I'm giving out.
No, he drank his.
No.
He used his.
He drank his.
Alright, last night. Alright,
Yeah.
I will give one to Ockar, Braxon, and Higgimus.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The next day is there's no more storm. The storm abated while you were sleeping, and a breeze picked up. It's a bit stronger now, but it's not storming. And you do expect to get back to the lake during this day.
Cool. This is what the.
This is the 6th day back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys make your way out and continue on. Give me a tracking proficiency, Yeldan, please.
Second, I was just updating my sheet.
Yeah, I'm having to.
How many
update
days
my-
we spent traveling?
We should probably move our tokens back into the other thing.
4 days.
Okay, Yeldan. You while out scouting ahead, you do find tracks that you recognize as belonging to the small creatures that swarmed you early on, earlier a few days previous.
The what were they called? Scourges? Or no,
No. The small
other
ones that
one.
all swarmed you.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
almost killed you.
I'm
Those
gonna.
fathomless birds, or
They were like the
What do
tiny
you think?
dinos.
oh,
I'm gonna pull back so I'm closer to the party and to keep an eye out
Okay.
yeah.
and
Put
let
some
them
on
let the
that.
party know that they're about.
Okay. You do hear sounds that you recognize as belonging to them, but they don't seem to make their presence known beyond that.
If
Big
we're
groups.
giving us a loud group, then yeah, they don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what Yeldan was thinking.
Can we circle around them?
No,
No,
we don't
they're-
need to. They're
they're-
not going to touch us. As a
They're
matter
not going to come after a large group of people.
Yeah,
That's why Yeldan pulled back closer to the group.
yeah, they're basically ignoring you. Now, Lafdul, I will say that retroactively, if you wanted to have gotten one of their bones, you could have.
Their bones?
Yeah, those creatures. For that bone whistle that you wanted.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
No,
you
not
said
one
it
of them.
would work.
I don't want a
Okay.
featherless bird thing.
Okay, all right. No, it wasn't featherless. It was feathered. It just wasn't flying.
Yeah, I want something that's flying, ideally.
Okay, fair enough.
I will grab a couple of the bones if they're around anyway, though, because I'm just adding bones
Well,
to my
no, I
collection
mean,
of
you're-
various bones.
I was only going to say if you intended to make a
No.
whistle out of it. All right. All right. You make it back to shore, and you do see your the dolphin shuttle out in the lake.
Oh, thank goodness, we're finally back.
Lafdul's like, oh, the orcs, they're taking us captive.
No.
Lafdul, shut up.
Braxon signals to the boat to ask them to come and get us.
I could just fly up to them.
You,
We have the
you
floating boat, though.
Yeah, the
It's
floating boat.
docked. It's a floating boat. It can't land on
Oh, yeah.
land. You have to
No,
walk up to it.
I will
what-
literally fly up to them.
I
We
have
have
the boat.
Folding boat.
Okay, Braxon will help unfold the folding boat.
It's just
Yep.
the command word. You put it in the water and you give the command, and it goes boop.
Yeah, I use the magical item.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're
And-
getting the biggest form, so
The orcs are all quite impressed by this feat. They
Is there?
Lucor says to you, Higgimus, you command quite the powerful magics.
Some, yes.
They're she offers her that some of her men will help row if you need.
Yeah, since there's a lot of us.
Okay.
Normally I could do it myself.
They're not particularly good at it, having never really done it before, but they managed to get you out to the dolphin shuttle.
Should we have a bard with a drum to keep rhythm?
Nor greets you, and looks rather suspicious and a little bit scared at the orcs. And as you're climbing aboard, he says to you, Higgimus, "Sir, what's with the orcs?"
They're refugees on the planet. We worked out a deal where they would guide us to the place we needed to go to. In exchange, we would drop them off at the nearest port.
His eyes kind of widen a bit and is like, "Oh, I would not have expected such." Okay.
Yeah.
While you were gone, we've fully restocked all of our water, and you're now getting a good look at the ship, and you notice that there is some damage on the vessel, and for a total of 2 hull points worth. He says, "There's actually a few things that live in here. We managed to take care of them. We had a couple casualties, and you lost 2 crew.
Oh, no.
so that changes the.
Yeah. But we did manage to slay some of them, and they're not that tasty, but they're edible.
What things were in there?
There were large, long-necked swimming things. I'd never seen anything of its like before. Almost like snakes on the, at the, with large, fat, flippered bodies behind them.
Nessie!
Braxton's gonna ask the crew to hang him over the edge of the ship so he can take a look at the damage.
Sir, I think might be best to do the repairs when we get back up and dock with the dolphin, wouldn't it?
Yeah, when we're in orbit or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be easier on you too.
What's us? Okay, with that, what's our food supply looking like then?
I will.
Because that was the thing I'm worried about, is enough food to get back.
Yeah. So Number one, they essentially got enough food that they didn't use up any while you were gone, and they have an extra 300 man days worth.
Okay, let me pull out character sheet for the thing.
Because we could do concentrated days of hunting here.
That's what I was debating whether or not we try. That's why I was debating whether or not we take out one of those thunder lizards or not.
Yeah, that's a good point. We could just take it down with artillery. Got these giant ballistas. Speaking of, are we going back to grab that?
I don't know if it survived. It's very unlikely.
It's magical. It's better saving throw.
Yeah, we can take a look. We can, since we're on the ship now, it won't take us very long to get there.
In the thousands in value, so.
Yeah. I'll turn towards the crew and ask them how they fared with all the storms and everything.
Nor says, when we noticed a storm coming, we would generally take off and get back up into orbit and figured that you would wait it out on the shore if you did come back. And then once the storm passed, we came back down. There was a couple times when we were not able to do so, but just staying out here in the middle of the water was generally pretty safe. It seems like it's a fairly deep lake here.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna bring this up. With the orcs, how many orcs are there?
There are 8.
Yeah, we're consuming 88 food per day. I don't think we have enough food. Even with the extra.
Can we just create food and water for them?
No.
No.
I can make like 20 units if I pushed it, maybe a bit more, 30, 40 a day. And plus I can't do it in the Phlogiston. So we need to do a concentrated day of
But
hunting.
you could do it every day outside the Phlogiston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll just negate some of the food costs. But like I said, we only have, with that extra 300, 4,711 units of food.
So roughly how many days is that?
That's
months.
let me see. 80 food per day. No. Or no, it's 88 food per day.
Use a calculator.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
35 days. Or 53 days.
Would that be long enough for us to make it to prime space?
What? How'd you get that?
Days.
Okay, how much food is it?
4,711 man days of food.
Divided by 88.
Units into man days.
Yeah, 53 days.
That's 53. That's around 53 to 54 days.
Yeah, and it took us longer than that to get here.
Alright, so we need at least over 100 or something.
But wait, how long did it take us to get from... It was prime space, right? The last place we were at before we came here?
I wouldn't want to chance it. I would just... We've got an opportunity to get food here, so...
Okay.
It's only like one day.
Then, yeah, let's do some concentrated hunting.
Day on hunting and gathering food.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Like I said, I think if we take take one of those long thunder lizards down with the ballistae, we might be able. That might be enough.
Let's maybe not tempt fate.
What do you mean? We can fly out of their reach and shoot.
Yeah,
them.
they can't attack us back. It's just, unfortunately, shooting at a helpless target.
I would prefer if we did hunting in other ways before we tried that.
Well, the big one.
Big one.
I'll ask the orcs if they know how tasty those thunder lizards are.
They tell you that they've never had the manpower to take one of them down. They've never had any. The few times that they've encountered them, they were either rotting too far, they'd rotted too much, or they'd
There's a bigger creature eating it.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, old.
Yep.
Are you taking food decay into account? Because I don't know if I need to memorize slow rot.
Generally, the food
these
that you
are
get,
dried
generally the food you get is
Being cured.
Yeah, I mean, like any food that you purchase is going to last long enough that it's not going to matter. Any food that you don't hold on, any food that you hunt and stuff like that. Number one, you're eating that first, so it's not so much of a problem.
Number two, you have two cooks. Normally, two cooks on board.
Right, and some of it can be preserved. It's one of the advantages of meat is that it can be dried and cured and stuff like that. Now, I'm looking at the create food and water spell. It creates a cubic foot per level. Actually, I think it's 2 cubic foot. 1 cubic foot of food or water. Yeah, so are you 6th level or are you still 5th?
5th for my priest.
So 5 cubic feet. Now,
I would actually ask Jill to see if she has access to that spell.
Well, real fast. I'm thinking there's no way that a normal person can eat. I mean, they could, but there's no way that a normal person would need to eat a cubic foot of food. That's
Higgimus maybe, because he's a big guy.
Alright, the Giff. Well, we have got like 6 Giff. Or 7 Giff. No, 8 Giff, isn't it? 6 Marines.
I think we lost a couple.
I mean, I think that
Probably
is...
regular crew.
I would say that a cubic foot would be 4 people.
That sounds reasonable.
So
My spatial
20...
awareness isn't that good, so.
Right, so I would say that
like,
let me.
you can
people
hold on. Let me finish talking. So if you were going to do that, you would get. I mean, that's pretty good.
40 a day.
Well,
rations.
20 man
No,
days.
I mean, but both spell slots.
Okay, right. Yeah, so 40. I mean, it's still. I mean that dramatically reduces how much you need, at least while you're in wild space.
I mean, I'm willing to do that. I don't mind, but I mean, have we got enough?
As for Jewel, let me see.
I think this is something we have to work out outside the episode.
If Jewel has the same spell, then we could completely cut out wild space.
Braxon says, I quite like the idea of eating one of those big things, but how are we going to get it back onto the ship?
Yeah, that's the big problem I was thinking of.
We would have to butcher it where we fell it, and then.
But that's the problem. What if we can't get one by itself? What if it's with others?
I can get a spell that makes it lighter.
You
I
can.
can half its weight.
We don't.
She does have a spell, by the way.
We would have to butcher it on the ground, because the weight doesn't matter as much as necessarily as in the size of it.
So if Jewel helps with the create food and water while we're in wild space, we could feasibly feed, let's see, 80 people per day.
I didn't hear if Jill had the spell or not.
I said yes.
She's willing. She does.
So if you cast it you can cast it twice, right?
Yeah, I can cast it twice. You can. I assume she can cast it twice.
That's
I mean, that's up to
I would
her.
also
That's
put
up
out
to her.
the
How many...
offer if she wants to trade spells. I'm guessing that she's a priest now. And she can do healing magic.
It would be around
I'm
80.
just putting the feeler out.
If she did the same amount that you did, Lafdul, that would be 80 food units per day in wild space, which would save us quite a bit of time when we're in wild space and allows us to have even more time in the Phlogiston.
I mean, you can still do some you can still do some hunting and see what you can get out of that.
Well, yes. I'm saying we do a day of hunting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about taking on one of those big things, but doing a day of hunting is not a bad idea.
Big thing will give us the most food in the shortest amount.
Big thing, like me. We got like a massive crew, like 100 odd people to feed.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if our ship, the one that I'm not sure if the Dolphin shuttle can take one down.
As long as we're not in range of it to attack back.
Maybe I can jump on the back of one too and stab it.
No.
Higgimus could though. That's the thing.
Higgimus, no.
The Dolphin shuttle has a single ballista, right?
Yeah.
Is it medium or heavy?
It'd be heavy.
Medium.
I don't know.
It's medium. All right.
Yep.
I'm not sure if we have enough firepower on this ship to take one down.
It doesn't matter how long it takes.
I mean, you're back on
run
the ship. Nor says that he has not been on the helm today. They've been down here for a little while now. The storm did not come over the water. So it's basically up to you guys what you want to do.
Is there anything in the water if you get Braxon to go down in the water? Or Higgimus?
Yeah, they got 300 units of food off of them.
I mean...
Well, they got more than that. There's also fish in there.
We could fish.
So they did some fishing, and they butchered some of the things that attacked their ship. And that's what, gave them ample enough food to not have to deal with using up any while you were gone. And have a little bit extra. So, what do you guys want to do?
I think we should hunt one down as we're on our way back to search the ruins anyway. The rubble, the wreckage.
Fine.
All right, sounds good. Let's make it so.
Okay.
Okay, Picard.
All right. So you you go ahead and Nor gets onto the helm, and you take off and head towards back towards.
Can we load up on a load of arrows? Get everyone with bows ready.
Yeah. I mean, all the crew always has some of those.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
All right. So you go ahead and fly back towards the where the crown base was. Are you explaining this to the orcs?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You arrive at the site where the crown base was, and
as we're flying, I'm gonna do a wisdom check to see if I spot any of the thunder lizards, as they're called by the orcs.
Okay.
I assume they're pretty big.
6.
Oh, how high are we flying?
They are pretty big, but you're flying pretty high, and the trees are still taller than they are, in general.
But does he spot any?
I have a spyglass, though.
He does not spot any on the trip. Now, I mean, considering that you're not doing a search pattern or anything like that, and your goal is to get back to the ruins, that's what's going on.
I'm gonna. Can we keep the ship hovering while the rest of us rappel down on ropes to search?
Yep.
Considering that the ship can't land, it's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah, that was the plan.
How low to the ground can we get?
I mean, pretty low. I mean, technically like a foot above the ground kind of thing. I mean, now,
not above.
obviously, there's
that.
a lot of stuff. There's a lot of debris here. I mean, that was a hypothetical kind of thing. I mean, there's a lot of debris. Some of it's sticking up. If you wanted to use, I mean, you can definitely get within 50 feet to use either the rod or the rope or both to get up and down.
I think we should use the
Let's
rod.
let's
just use a combination of them, unless it matters.
Oh, Braxon probably goes down first to set up the ladder.
I mean, you can use both. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if I haven't used my altar stuff, I just fly down. But
all right. So you didn't fly out to the ship before, right?
All right. No. If we used the boat, then I didn't have to.
Okay. All right. So you're approaching the site here, and begin, kind of slowing down, slowly going over it, looking for a good spot to let down. When one of the crew shouts out that there's something in the air closing in.
Go take a look.
Yeah, I turn my spyglass in that direction and look at it.
Okay. The crew member only saw a silhouette. As you two bring your spyglasses to bear on the thing, it is dark, so it's hard to make anything out, but it is definitely big, has very large wings, and it is flapping towards you. You can definitely make out a scaled hide and a long neck and long tail.
Is it a bigger version of those things we fought today? Or yesterday?
You don't think the scales are red. I'll put it that way.
We need to get out of here.
that might be a dragon? Question mark.
We need to get out of here right now.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's unnecessary
Considering,
damage to the
you know,
ship.
Ockar, considering that you have no idea other than one of the crew members has said that there is something in the air, you don't know anything about this.
I'm assuming dragon, so I'm saying we gotta get out of here.
Is it going faster than us? Can we like take time to gauge that its speed? Could we outrun it?
Generally, spell jamming ships can outrun
Most flying
most
things?
flying things. Now,
Should we just
in
wait
this
and let it get
case, it's hard to
closer?
say.
We need to get out of here.
All right, let's prepare to get out of here. I guess.
Can you see that with your helm sight?
Nora can only make out what the crewman saw. I mean, he doesn't have any kind of magnification ability or anything like that.
Right.
I'm gonna
Seems
keep
like
an eye on it
it's
as we as people prepare to leave. It's because it's getting closer, so it's gonna slowly get into more focus, so I can make up more details.
I suggest we gain some height, and
at the least.
Yeah.
yeah, if it
Alright.
chases after us, we can shoot it.
Yeah, that sounds
Jewel
good.
is on the is also looking. She doesn't have a spyglass or anything like that, and she just seems to be trying to see what she can as well.
I'll pass the spyglass off to her. Do you know what that is, Jewel?
Oh, thanks. She takes a look. Oh, that's a dragon, all right.
Oh, let's get the hell out of here.
She says that out loud.
Yeah, she says that out loud.
Alright, like, crap, we gotta get out of here now.
Lafdul's like, oh, Higgimus, that'd make a nice trophy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Higgimus' ears are twitching a little bit. How big is this thing?
We're
It's
not
it's
equipped to fight a
hard.
dragon.
It is definitely hard to gauge, but it's bigger than the little things you fought.
Is it as big as the ship?
What color is its scales?
You would say
Is
that
what
it's
it'd be?
definitely bigger than the ship. The
Bigger
color
than
of
our
its
ship. Okay.
the color of its
Did
scales.
Braxon hear them saying it?
I don't know. You would have heard. Jewel
He'd heard
say-
Ockar.
Yes, and you would have heard Jewel.
Okay, so Braxon says to Nor, do you think you can fly this thing faster than a dragon?
Nor is very pale, and he says, "Maybe."
Let's go. Let's
Let's
try.
find out. And he gives him a pat on the shoulder.
All right. You guys quickly bring your ship around and try to fly in the basically the same direction it's going, trying to outdistance it. I assume.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
back where you came from, kind of thing.
Dragons are one of those-
I thought we were gonna go straight up.
Braxon strolls up to the crew on the deck and says, prepare to repel dragon boarders.
And
the
then
crew-
mass panic.
The crew gives you an idea. It gives you a look of something along the lines of, "What the hell did you just say?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
Braxon gives a big grin and says, "Hey, Ockar, maybe you can get some dragon skin armor out of this."
No, we are getting out of here.
So
That's not very paladin-like of you.
the color, it's
Yeah.
dark.
I'm looking
So
out. I'm looking out for the crew. I don't want them to get roasted alive.
what color it is, you can't
But that shiny
tell
armor.
specifically, but it's not whatever it is. It's not bright.
Human lives are more important than shiny armor.
So you could definitely rule out something like white as its
Yeah.
scale color.
Let's try to get
Okay.
away from it, Old.
So it's one of the smarter ones. I murmur.
Okay.
It's not white.
Black, then that's
I'm still looking at it as we're moving. I'm like, I haven't changed my view because I want to.
As you're flying away, Jewel is still looking through the spyglass, and Higgimus, you're right next to her.
Yes.
You hear her mutter, "Oh, that could have been fun."
Yeah.
Yes and no.
But you're definitely outdistancing it.
We
Ow.
don't want to die.
Braxton wanders over to Jewel and says, "Are you any good at fighting dragons?"
She says, I don't rightly know. I've never used my spear against one before, so I don't know how effective it would be.
I'm pretty sure my sword would have been effective, but I don't think us as a whole would have done much.
It is the dragons are reptiles.
Dragons are reptiles, but that's a super reptile.
It's alright.
Well-
Level will make you a nice big target by enlarging you.
It looks like we might not find out today, unless you want me to ask Nor to slow down a bit, Higgimus. Maybe we could tempt it out to wild space behind us.
Ockar could go on his mount. He could fly.
Archer's going to have a heart attack if we don't get away.
Yeldan's like, dragon.
I mean, how long would it take to tire out a dragon?
I don't think a dragon would want to follow us out to wild space. I don't think they can actually fly in space.
Well, if it thinks it's...
They
No,
don't
they
have the
can.
atmosphere to get that high.
They
can fly in
can. They can
space.
fly to nearby moons.
What?
What?
That's what they tell me in the taverns. You can fly
Oh.
to the moon on the back of a dragon.
Yeah, but that's what they
Just
say in
about.
taverns.
I think
Plus,
that's only with
fly me
special
to
dragons.
the moon and let me play among the stars. Come on, guys.
I think that's
so
only with special
now,
dragons, like
there-
the Lego dragon.
you guys know that there are space dragons. You know that
What
there are
have you been
space dragons.
drinking?
So
Yeah.
There are space dragons, but I don't think that's a space dragon. I hope to tear it's not a space dragon.
Well, I guess we're not going back there. As I see the dragon dwindle. Does it turn away? Does the dragon turn away eventually as it sees we're clearly beating it?
yes, it does. If you continue on.
You got down the big ship.
Braxon holds up a finger and says, hang on, look, if we slow down a bit and we get this thing to chase us for a while, we can spin around and get back and try and do what we want to do before it gets back there.
No.
Actually, that sounds like a good idea.
Or we could go up and get the
You
bigger
really want to tempt fate with a dragon?
Kind of.
Keep people on watch.
Could be a
We've got time to
baby.
react.
Baby dragons don't fly!
Sure they do.
How do you know?
Wow.
I'm like, we might be able to take it on. I look at level. What kind of spells you got?
You have a lot of faith in our mage, our wizard.
Jewel has gone
that's-
over to the orcs and is talking to them
In Goblin or Orcish?
in Orcish.
I have no faith in our ability against a dragon.
Jewel could speak Orcish the whole time.
I think you made that very clear.
Yeah, she's probably using a spell to do
I-
that as well.
She after a conversation with them, she turns back and to the rest of you and says, "Oh yeah, they were aware of this dragon. You guys never asked about it though."
Oh,
I'll go
How-
over and I'll talk to them.
How
The
big
orcs.
is this?
I'll go over and talk to the orcs and goblin.
Mhm.
And I'll ask, what do you know of this dragon?
Lucor says that they don't know much. They know that it lives in the mountains, and that's one of the reasons why their tribe tends to avoid the mountains. It doesn't come out very often, but when it does, most of the humanoids on the planet hide as best they can.
What
How big is
color
it? Or what color is it, and how big is it?
They've never actually seen it themselves, so they don't know. But they say that they have seen it. The remains. It is taken out the thunder. It has taken out a herd of thunder lizards before, and it has eaten all of the other predators that they're scared of.
Okay. Do you want to try to kill a dragon, people?
With the big ship, maybe, not with this little thing.
If we can bring down the bow dolphin, maybe.
See,
Although,
also
bearing in
I
mind,
want
when
to
it breathes fire, it's going to kill us all.
I want to point out. I want to point something out. Also, any crew that die fighting it, it's less food that you need to eat that gets eaten on the trip back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was that too mean? Was that too mean?
That's got to be like, what alignment's that? Like Celtic Evil?
Nah. It's neutral even.
I'd be more willing to fight if we had the Battle Dolphin, not the shuttle.
It
Well,
does have
Battle
more
Dolphin-
weapons.
It
Battle
is a bigger
Dolphin's
ship. It
not,
can take
not
the
designed
damage.
to come down here.
Well, no,
it can enter an
fly.
atmosphere. It just can't
Yeah,
land.
it can't land.
It can enter an atmosphere for combat stuff. It can't land.
It can crash.
It can crash, but we don't want it to crash.
We don't.
Well, yeah. Well, the dragon would want it to crash.
Yes,
Well, the dragon
that's
might
the
grapple
problem. The big problem is if the Battle Dolphin cannot take on a dragon, there's a high chance we're going to be stranded on this planet.
The orcs also
It's not like you
inform
have someone with you that can build a new ship.
The orcs also inform you that they do know that over the years, much of what was left over from the Great War has been captured by that dragon and other dragons on the
Oh
planet.
my god. Ald, you knew
It's
the
got
right
loot.
button to press for me. Oh.
It's got loot.
It's
Alright,
got-
we're going to go get the
well,
battle dolphin, and we're going to come back, and we're going to take care of this dragon.
But Braxon
Don't
says,
worry.
what are they saying?
Okay, so Higgimus will translate it all to him and said that most of the stuff that was left over from this war or conflict was all stolen by this dragon.
And this
Wow.
is how the party dies. Fighting a dragon.
So,
Isn't this
Yeah,
the
well,
best
someone
way
has
to
to
go
die.
and die, though? If
Yeah, it really is.
fight a dragon?
Fighting a
We're
dragon.
actually doing the dragon part of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, you already
So-
did the dungeon part.
The downside is I don't have any mercury to cast resist fire. It's a
But,
fire.
but remember, our main goal is that we want to get out of here and save Peloriana.
that's true.
Lafdul, Mercury isn't part of the. You haven't been doing the. You've been buying specific items as opposed to the.
I only had one lot of mercury because I only used it once when I was going up to the ship. It's quite cheap. Well, actually, I don't know if it's cheap. I think it's like a few silver or something.
Okay, so you were keeping track of individual components instead
No,
of
I've been taking the cost, but for that specific one, I hadn't taken more than one use.
well, then you have a reasonable number of uses of the spell for your. That's the whole point of the cost thing that I cost calculator that I gave you.
Alright,
So
I'm
for
just saying I got
all
like
yeah, so you
10
can.
more. Oh,
Well, no,
Well,
I mean it's just that you have enough for reasonable castings of the spell. I'm not don't need to keep track of specific numbers.
We don't know what kind of dragon it is either. It might not be a fire dragon.
does anyone ask the orcs? Does it breathe fire? When they like fire?
Oh yeah, I'll ask him all the details I can possibly get from about the dragon.
They don't know. They don't know those things.
I don't know.
If
They
we can recover
they will
some
tell
of-
you that they will tell you that they believe. I mean, they know that there's more than just the one dragon. They just know that dragon lives up in those mountains.
Okay.
Yes, smaller
Okay.
dragons?
Could we come back here? Let's say do the stuff we need to do, return to Brawl, etc., and then come back here.
You're looking at
Ah,
many
I would
months.
prefer that.
That's a lot of money to.
That I mean, that's
That's a lot of money,
months of travel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The downside, the thing is that I don't want us to die and fail to save Peloriana, because that's our whole goal here. Our goal isn't to get these elven treasures or anything or
We-
fight dragons.
But-
We're here
But
to save a
right, but
friend.
you can always
We're
retreat.
adventurers.
You can always retreat.
Yeah, because we're faster than a dragon. We could do that.
Well,
Yeah,
don't
that's the thing
forget
is
we.
the dragon can never close the distance with us. Is the idea? Is we always can keep ahead of.
But
Yeah.
your ranged weapons do not have the space range in an atmosphere.
Mm.
Yeah, we would need to be a bit closer for
And
that.
almost every flying creature within an atmosphere is more maneuverable than you.
Yeah.
So
The,
if
the only
if
thing
you
we
have to
could
deal
really
with turns, they can cut you off, kind of thing. So
the only thing we can really do is fly upwards very quickly.
The thing is, it'll set our ship on fire if it breathes fire. We've got a wooden
Fire.
ship.
If
Well-
it's fire, we also have to worry about acid, poison, lightning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On the
Yeah,
negative side, we might all die. On the positive side, we owe the Elven Navy a lot of money for healing people, and if
Resurrected.
there are,
Deaths.
stuff like that. So if we could recover some items that belong to them from the past, that might clear a lot of our debt, if not all of it.
If we find a bag of holding, then we keep it.
Yes.
Yeah, the bags
Yeah.
are holding off for trade. We're not. They're
Fine,
extremely useful.
we can try it
Of course.
with the Battle Dolphin. And if this fails, I told you so.
Bah, it's fun. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're gonna have to change our spells for fighting a dragon now.
That's fun. I
We
hoped you
we
would.
we can take time to get spells changed.
Mhm.
If I took 5 resist fires, it's only 5 of us. Well, you got ring, so that'll be all the
here's the
party
thing.
members taking half damage.
The thing is, you're assuming it's fire.
Yeah,
can
I
just
am
imagine-
The
assuming.
only thing we know that it isn't is white.
Right,
Yeah,
but
which
but
means
but better to be prepared for one thing than nothing.
True.
I've either got resist fire or resist acid.
It was
so to
dark.
speak.
It might be a black
Um,
dragon.
I do have that shield that helps with acid, supposedly.
I could just imagine the Twitch chat yelling at us right now.
No,
we
They're
need
not
to
yelling
find
at
out
us.
if it breathes fire or if it breathes acid.
I think it's because it well, I'll confer with Jewel with this because she also looked at it. Do you think it could be a black dragon more likely than a red dragon?
It sounds brown.
She will tell you that she has never seen any of those types before, so she does not know. She will tell you that she is absolutely 100% positive that it is not a stellar dragon.
Well, that's good.
Oh, hang on. If it was coming after us, it was potentially hunting, yes? So it might be looking for something to eat. So we could obviously watch it and see what it does from a distance, maybe.
Yeah, but keep in mind that it's dark out. I mean, you're dealing with twilight nighttime conditions.
I'm surprised we even spotted considering how dark it was.
There's a
It's
very
huge, though.
bright moon always in the sky. That's the thing.
I'm for going for the dragon. Just looking at my spells.
I'm just thinking. I think we better be better off with resist. Because it was dark shape. I think we might be better off with resist acid over fire.
You're
Mhm.
assuming that he has that to do.
Yeah,
He
well,
said
I do
resist
have.
acid
Yeah, I've
or
got
fire.
resist acid and corrosion,
Okay.
which does that.
Well,
Which doesn't
And
actually have
if you
material spell
can
control,
you
weirdly
cast
enough.
it? Can you cast it on the ship?
No, creature touched.
then, okay. I guess if we were to do a vote, it would be heavily inclined to fight the dragon.
Yeldan has
Yes.
but everybody else wants to do the other, like
Well-
Braxon, Higgimus, Leva now too.
Yeah, Lafdul.
The Ockar's the only one that's opposed to the dragon fight.
Hang
Make some
on.
nice armor out of it.
Hang on, there's two ways to deal with this. We either fight the dragon or we sneak in there when it can't see us.
That's
It's
Yeah,
Steal
and guess
from a
who's gonna be
dragon?
volunteering for that? I guess I would be.
Yeah, we would
no,
have
we
to.
would have to sneak the whole ship, Lafdul.
That would be near impossible.
Considering
Well-
the lighting conditions are always like this, yeah.
Can we create a trap and lure it away from where it is into a trap?
I don't think so.
We could lure it away from its lair and then make a trap in its lair.
Yeah.
Just look at all the XP Lafdul will get if you won in there solo. You got a load of money. You probably level up twice or thrice.
You can only level up once per session, I believe.
Yeah.
Either way, we need to get to the Battle Dolphin to decide what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are heading up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we? Could we not risk getting close to it to find out more details about it? Because that would really help us gauge.
I
what we
think
need to
that would
prepare for.
cause us to get in great danger.
Um,
Are
yeah,
you
yeah,
yeah.
you
A little bit
consulting
damage.
with Jewel nearby when you say something like that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we were all
Jewel
assuming
would say,
discussing
wouldn't that put you within range of its breath weapon or spells?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to find out
yeah.
what breath weapon it has in order to protect itself against.
Hey, can you use any sort of magical spell to make it think that we're somewhere nearby?
Are you asking Jewel that? Or are you asking
Spell
the other
cast.
Braxon
one?
asking us in general. Lever, could you create an illusionary version of our ship that's closer to the dragon?
Isn't there a size limit?
There's a size limit.
How would that be, Old, with the size? We already had that discussion once before about the.
You can.
I was capable of making an illusion of part of a ship at that time.
Oh, the shuttle's a lot smaller than the dolphin.
Dragons
There
are
is
generally quite intelligent.
there is no way that you'd have the spellcasting ability to create a full-sized illusion of either of your ships.
Okay,
Right.
there's your answer.
The what we were talking about before, besides the part of a ship, was that you could create a smaller version, and
Like the
it would be
flitter.
closer, but it would appear farther away because of distance perception.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. You could do that.
But that might not, that might not fool something that can just fly right up to the illusion and realize, oh, this thing is too small. Boom, illusion. All right, never mind, kind of thing,
Dragons are intelligent, aren't they?
Ooh,
Yes.
Okay, but they can't see through invisibility,
depends.
or can they?
Depends on the
Ah,
dragon.
I don't think you can make the ship invisible.
No, but I can. If we decide to go and check out the area first, I have a spell that allows everyone 10 feet around me, 10 feet radius, to be invisible. And if we make a group and we just walk along as a group, then we could probably get quite far, unless it sees through invisibility.
Or hears you.
Oh, I can make you silent as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
And I also have the ability to make multiple people invisible.
Or
Not the
sees your
same
footprints.
way.
Hmm?
Come
or
on,
sees
Old,
your
stop.
footprints. I mean, there's a lot of
Do I
ways
need
to
a pass without trace as well? Spell?
maybe.
Just all the super
He's
stealth
helping us.
mode.
Then the dragon casts detect magic. Why is there a strong aura coming towards
But
me?
you'd also have to get down to the ground first.
Yeah,
No, I'm just thinking if we have a way to trick the dragon into launching an attack on something that isn't us, you want to see the breath weapon? Let's give it something to hit.
Another dragon?
Yeah.
This may not be our best plan ever.
It's not a plan
Or
yet.
we could just.
It's not a
or we
plan
could
yet.
just-
You guys you're brainstorming. It's not a plan yet.
Or we could just
how
assume that
long-
it's a black dragon.
How long did
I
we
don't
need
wanna
to
assume.
get from the tree to here?
The tree to here?
Yes.
Well, the place with the
It's been a
ruins.
few days, but I wonder whether it's been a week yet.
You took
It
six.
took us 5 days to get from the tree back to the ship.
It was the 6th day when you got back to the ship, walking. It did not take that long at all to fly.
Yeah, it
Okay,
took
but
only a few
that's-
minutes to fly there.
Yeah,
Probably no. I mean,
that
it would have
could break
taken
up
it would have
hours.
taken like an hour, at least.
I'm just calculating whether I could
Probably
cast
2,
Omen,
actually.
but it's not been a week yet, so I can't cast Omen.
Oh yeah.
Wait, here's
Yeah,
another
same with
thought.
my augury, but that'll take up her
Well,
resistance.
we're gonna have to wait a day anyway for you guys to prepare new spells if we're doing this. So
At the
it'll be
same
a week
time,
then.
Omen, you're talking about a dragon.
You're gonna get a bad omen anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I
like
think you
my
can.
augury.
Yeah, I think you can
Same.
guess what the omen would be.
You can ask
Well-
for idea, right?
Well,
Well,
if we're
so
doing-
Omen will give you bonuses to the rolls, but only if the dungeon master doesn't have, an idea already of what's coming. So the fact that a dragon is coming, I already know what the omen would be.
Okay.
So you wouldn't get any bonuses. It would be if it's a case of, all right, we're done here. We're going off into wild space, working our way back to Brawl. I haven't rolled random encounters yet. Then you could do that and see what's coming.
Okay.
Kind of
We
thing.
could try blinding it. Like, I mean, I've got like cause blind. I've got to touch it now.
So the only
You could fly.
The only plan I have is that we bring in the Battle Dolphin. We
And we
try
shoot it full of ballistae.
We try to take you out with the Battle Dolphin and Leva and Lafdul and Jewel spells, and at some point I will ride out on my wolf
And be
and
devoured
attack
whole.
with my sword. Because my sword is the only thing I think can actually hurt it. When it comes
Can
to
we
Doesn't do a lot of damage to it.
can we put some spikes on Ockar's armor if he's gonna fly into the mouth of the dragon?
No.
I'm not gonna fly into the dragon's mouth.
The
don't
thing,
wanna take it.
what's the rules for being swallowed? Because that might be important.
No. thing is that-
It's important if the the being swallowed is rule specific based on the animal type, and I can tell you right now that most dragons don't have those rules.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Dragons can't swallow people whole.
They don't swallow people whole. In other words, they'll bite you and chew you, and when you're dead, then they'll swallow you.
So it can't just fly in its mouth, and when it opens its mouth, jaws aren't open and swing and it kill it from the inside.
I mean, if Ockar wants to try and go into its mouth and attack its soft parts, maybe try to get to its brain or something like that, yeah. But I mean, we're talking about called shots at that point.
That was not the plan.
Right? No, I don't blame you at all. That seems like a really bad idea, honestly.
The plan was
bad
to
is-
from
it's a
behind
bad
or something, like you guys hadn't expected with the ship.
Man.
It's just as a bad idea as dimensioning door inside of frickin' dragon and to put an immovable rod on the inside.
If we had a movable rod, I would go with that plan.
Pretty sure there's a rod of security, but I don't think it does the same thing as a movable rod in as I've heard it in later editions. So
Where you just place it in one place and it never moves. It's like Lafdul's dagger.
but the problem is like, what is never moving? I mean, because that would
As in, nothing can possibly move it.
I understand that. I understand that. But what is the frame of reference? Because planets move. Does that mean that you put it and it just carves a way through the planet immediately?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
the planets spin really fast and they move through space really fast. That means that the second you let it go, it is zipping through everything there.
Yeah, no, as an immovable relative to the person.
Anyway, that's not in this game.
Like-
So
Immovable as in relative to the person.
you don't have anything like that. It's not in this game. So
Yeah.
Really?
you
Not
might
in
want-
this game? Oh.
Well, my plan, the only plan I have is to to have the Battle Dolphin distract it, and you guys casting spells, and I try to like flank it or something on Wolfpack and hit it with my sword, which deals extra damage to reptiles.
Oh, you're gonna get destroyed if you do that.
It's the only idea I have, and it's the only weapon I have that could reasonably hurt it.
All these fighters and their lack
How
of
many-
utility.
How many people can your wolf carry, Ockar?
One.
One,
yeah, only one.
if it's flying.
That's a shame.
All right, so you guys get back up into space. You've docked up with the dolphin shuttle. I'm going to say that you're resting. Jewel casts a couple healing spells. Lafdul, are you going to cast a few healing spells as well? Anything that you
I
got?
do not have any more healing spells.
He casted them all on himself.
Right. Is Braxon still
two on
getting
you.
healing points?
Oh, one on you.
Yeah, you are.
Right, so Braxon says don't bother healing me. I
You've
think I'm gonna
got
feel better in a
temporary
couple
healing
of days.
potions. I can refresh them tomorrow. Oh no, I can't.
That's
If
true, but
do
I
that,
can
wonder
give
if
them
it
to
was
other
just that.
people.
So, well, first of all, you're going to need a full day's rest anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
The problem is like if
eh,
we're doing a resting and all that, I've got to think about my spells, and I don't think I can do that in the next half an hour.
Well, it's
This
3:30
session's
anyway,
gonna last.
so
88.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that you guys could get through a fight with a dragon in
one
30 minutes
session.
anyway.
That's why
That would
Well,
be-
I mean, you could definitely get through it in one section. I just don't know if we could do it in the last half hour of this session.
We can get through it if we die.
So, how about
It's
this?
only if we don't die that it'd be a problem.
How about this? You go, you take the dolphin shuttle back down, and you do some hunting on the shore, kind of thing, and
Yeah.
spend like a day or so doing that. Does
Yep.
that sound good?
Yeah.
And that gives us time to heal
Yep.
party up before we take on the dragon.
Okay. Do you want me to
So the-
roll? Actually, I don't have the hunting proficition, so
That's
What should I
fine.
roll?
I mean, you're looking for big things that you just kill, so.
do you want me to
if
roll?
we're
for
gonna-
that?
Like
Nope.
a dragon. Big
Nope.
things that we kill.
No, I'll just say that.
People
Yes.
use their temporary heal potions that they got now. I'm going to make 5 more tomorrow. Then,
Then I will drink mine.
and then it would have to be the day after tomorrow.
Yeldan's gonna hold on to his.
I'm going to make
wait,
5
no,
more. People need to be at full health. And
So you
we
want-
need to have 5.
2 days of hunting then.
I mean, that's 2d4 plus 2, so that's
Yeah.
6. I
How
just
much
had a
food do we get?
ridiculous plan that I'm pretty sure will not work.
Well, let's hear it
Well,
then.
So Higgimus and Braxon also have the potions if they're
The
gonna use them.
idea is Ockar drinking the potion of strength while everybody has it distracted, flying out, and then leaping onto the back of the dragon and stabbing it in the spine with his sword.
So if you're actually trying to stab it in its spine, you're talking about a called shot. Just FYI.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think he plans on trying. He wants to land on its back and strike it on its sword while standing on it.
Trouble
But
is,
my-
it's more
my-
maneuverable than you.
My point is that you know you're when you're making an attack on a specific body part, that's a called shot.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay, so just so you know.
dragons
know.
have ridiculous AC because scales.
Right, but I mean, if he's fine with that, then that's something that you could definitely try. Unless people have take issue with that or something.
That's why I planned.
Braxon says to
like-
Ockar, don't forget, it's more maneuverable than your wolf. It's a natural flyer. So if you can do that, it'd be great. But we would need to be doing something to stop it from just flipping over.
Well, that's why I want you guys to distract it or something. Get it.
Or
make
you
it-
could just
Yeah.
stay
I'd
on
like
the
to
ship
cast something on it first.
Well,
Deny pattern.
you probably will be able to cast something on it first. I mean, he'll have to get in close for that. So
I think you'd need us to be delivering a lot of damage to it.
Also,
So
I have
come
a
in and do
potion.
that.
I also have a potion of fire resist in case it is a red dragon.
Yeah.
How
Should we
would
do a bit of
Phantasmal-
hunting?
How does Phantasmal Killer work against something like a dragon?
Oh my god.
well, I mean, there's nothing that I've seen that says that it doesn't work on a dragon. So assuming that it gets
fails
through
at
its
copy.
defenses, it would work.
That would
Do
be
whatever it says in the
amazing.
spell.
Well, that's what I intend to use, just so you all know.
If you kill it with Phantasmal Killer, we will
You get
celebrate.
all the XP.
Uh,
Probably.
some other things that might be useful would be fly and haste and growth, or whatever the thing is that makes me bigger.
If I-
That's not Higgimus
Multiple
saying that, is it?
If I had fly and haste, I wouldn't need to get my wolf into trouble.
I have a limited number of spells on each. I have a limited number of spells, so I have to choose.
Yeah. Do we have any potions of
many-
speed left over?
How
I
many
got
days
one.
of food do we get?
Well, let's talk about this stuff first. I mean,
Yeah.
deal with the food later. It's not that important at the
That's
moment.
fine.
Yeah.
We can do that
So-
after the session.
A potion of speed, that gives you haste when you drink it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So who would want that?
Yeldan wouldn't want it because he
Everyone.
goes through arrows as fast as he does already.
Well, I could use it for my insane plan,
Enough.
but it would be useless if I end up failing and dying.
Don't forget, Leva has haste,
Yeah,
and
she
she's
just
certainly
has
going
haste.
to have one.
Yeah, we could start off with you casting haste on the entire party if it doesn't
Can
take
she
off.
cast it on the entire party? You
Yes,
got
if
enough-
we're all grouped
high enough-
together.
No, is she high enough level? Because it's a certain amount.
Just a moment, I'll check.
She's level 6, isn't she? That's enough.
There's 6 of
Um,
us, and she's level.
I'm level 7.
There's
Oh.
6 of us, and she's level 7. If you include
Alright,
Yule
so
in there,
7 of
that
us.
gets all of us.
Okay, I can also slow. I have slow.
Yeah, but they
Which I
might
intend to-
resist.
Yeah, it has a good. Dragons have good resist. You're better off doing things that help us than rather than going at doing.
But
things
I
that
would
we
try
do.
the Phantasmal Killer.
some
I
and you
advantage.
can use the slot.
intend to kill it. If I kill it, then that's I think that's helped. That helps
But-
the group.
Save your strength unless you plan to cast it on somebody else because I've got my potion. Okay?
There's something you know this well, when I cast this spell on Lafdul's backpack, that could be used to be quite that could be quite useful.
The
Could
spell.
use it on the ship.
Why not? Can use it on anything.
I
Do
It
we
has
still
to.
do Snowfall?
You can't use it. No, it's limited by size, and it's based on viewing. One thing that I messed up was that it wasn't round to round. It's literally if you look at something for 10 minutes, then that's still one viewing. But if you look away, then that's a new viewing when you look back. But it only works on a non-living object. So. And sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It's completely random. So just FYI.
That's what I just realized.
It could help someone like Ockar who might want to get close and maybe hides behind a stone or something.
Yeah.
There's not going to be stones in the middle of the air.
Actually, could she cast it on the armor?
Well, there is
What's that gonna help?
a chance we could take out its wings with the ballista.
Hang on a minute. Where does this thing live again? It's in a
Mountain.
cave
It's
in the
mountain.
mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cave in the mountains.
Right, so can we get an asteroid and drop it into the cave and block the cave up?
You want to drop an asteroid on a planet?
Well, we stick a...
That's a highly
stick a spell.
imprecise
Science.
attack. It was a
And
highly
we,
imprecise attack.
Well, how about we stick a spelljamming helm on it?
You would want to sacrifice. That would.
I could make a
I'm not
tampering.
talking about blowing it
Well,
up.
what
I'm
the scroll-
talking about
Braxon.
landing it.
You're
Braxon,
talking
be
about
careful. Ockar
crashing.
gets heart attacks when you say these things.
You're talking about crashing a spell jamming helm in
No, I'm not
asteroid.
talking about crashing. I'm talking about landing a large rock
You're being very optimistic.
into the cave mouth, blocking up its ability to fly, and then when it digs its way out, we deal with it when it's vulnerable.
Yeah, the big problem is that the big thing that we have to do is try to prevent it from flying. If we're going, because
Well, that
when
will
it's
prevent it
flying-
from flying.
If it's flying, it can fly all around us and get us from any angle.
Yeah, but if it's in the cave, it's not flying. And if we can plug up its cave, or maybe make a rock fall or something.
Who would be the
Remember?
insane person that would be piloting this asteroid?
I
Here's the
could
thing.
take that potion when this other one wears off.
Yeah,
Here's
you
the
don't know
thing.
how long that is.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna point out this out to you once, Braxon. Most dragon layers have more than one entrance to it.
Because they expect somebody
Right.
to block their lair.
Also, point of order. It's in the mountains.
You don't
There's
know
a
where.
lot of mountains. I
We
mean,
don't know which mountain.
If we'd have to try to, we're better off drawing it out and fighting it in the air with our ship. I just wish we had some dragon slaying.
Hang on.
Slaying.
I've had a thought.
Oh God.
We've been told that this thing has in its lair loads of stuff that would be really useful.
Yeah, the idea
But
is
we're-
while we're
but,
fighting it in the air, we
let him finish.
we
Let
wanna
him
fight-
finish.
We're going to fight it in the air. Let's assume we're lucky enough not to die, and we kill it. How do we find its lair?
No, that's what I mean. Is we don't kill it in the air. We wait. hurt it enough that it flies back to its lair, and we follow it.
Make ourselves invisible and follow it.
Can't make the
Well,
ship
I mean,
invisible, I
the
thought.
plan's dependent on it going to its lair and us following it. So we don't want to kill it. We want to follow it to its lair.
We
It's a
want to
completely
hurt
different
it.
thing.
Yeah, let's make ourselves invisible
Well,
and
then-
follow it.
We can't
If
make
we
the
fly,
You can't make the entire ship invisible.
No, not
Okay.
the ship. We follow it. It's not, but there's nothing that says we must actually kill it in its lair as soon as we find out where its lair actually is. Because once we know where it is, we can go back to the ship and wait for the next day and comfortably kill it in the air.
here's a thought.
Comfortably kill it in the air.
I,
If we-
I just want to leave this planet already and
If-
not
if-
have to come back.
Well, it might be that it's too awkward to do this, in which case maybe it's not a good idea. If we fly up into wild space or significantly higher than where we were, is it going to be possible to use a spyglass to see this dragon from above?
It's very difficult because it's so dark.
Yeah. So, does anyone have a magical spell that could help them follow the dragon?
I don't think anybody in our party has got a divination.
No.
No.
How about you, Jewel? Do you have anything?
Jewel shakes her head. I don't think I have anything that would help in that manner.
Right. So, we
Well,
don't have a way to find where the dragon lives. That's our main problem.
Here's how I would go about doing it. I would go about engage the dragon in combat, wound it, and so it flees back to its lair, and then we follow it back to its lair.
What if it's not a coward? What if it wants to fight to the death?
Most dragons want to live. Unless it was a white dragon, but we ruled out white dragon.
But then we've also got the problem that we're fighting a thing that could potentially kill us. We need to destroy it, and we're going to not destroy it. We're going to try and wound it and let it go.
Oh yeah,
And
but
if it
we can
doesn't,
keep
if
up
it
with
doesn't take the bait, if it spins around and has a go at us, it might kill us.
Well, the thing is,
Well,
once it's wounded
the
enough
whole
to
might
play, we
kill
should
us
be
thing.
able to finish it off.
The whole might kill us thing is just something we're gonna have to deal with. I mean,
Yep.
going against it at all, it might kill us. So
Well-
let's not have that be on the list.
No, but I'm
Unless
not.
it's,
I don't.
whether or not to do it at all.
I don't have a problem with fighting a dragon. I probably should. It's the fighting a dragon and not killing it. Yeah. When I fight something, I kill it.
You want to be known as
That's
the
what I
dragon. You
Here's
want to
the
be
thing.
known as the Dragon Slayer.
No, I don't want to be known as a dragon slayer. That's my job. When I fight something that's dangerous, my job is to dispatch it as soon as possible.
Well,
Not to try and stab it a little bit and let it go.
but dispatch
gonna try to
dispatch
run it-
can include forcing something off. I mean,
Oh sure, yeah. You chase off something you don't need to kill.
I
I'm
just
just saying
realized
it's making the plan more complex.
It's not that
well,
hard.
but you could
wound
also
it,
you could
kill it, run.
also have the plan be we hope we don't kill it and it flees, but if we kill it, and then we go search for its lair. You know, maybe we find it,
That's
maybe
what
we don't.
I think.
But
yeah,
Yeah, that's more doable.
yeah.
And plus, either way, it's scales and dragon bone or whatever else dragons are nice for.
Yeah, for my plan to work, I'm gonna need haste,
The dragon itself is a treasure.
strength, and fly.
Mm.
Fly for if I end up failing and I don't want to fall to the ground
No, I have
below.
access to speak with dead, and it doesn't specify that it has to be humanoid.
Mhm.
Ask the dead dragon where its lair is.
No, you want to ask the dead dragon for precise direction to its lair.
But I can only ask 2 questions.
Yeah, no, that's
Seem
why you
to
say.
fit.
Does
its
it
direction to
have
your
to
lair.
answer you? Does it have to truthfully answer you?
No.
Yeah.
So what if it
It
lies to
can
you?
resist, unless it's of my alignment, then it can't resist.
Okay.
What are you, like, chaotic neutral?
Chaos neutral.
You don't know that in character though, but
No,
Out of
I'm
character.
saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying how the spell works.
I mean,
Yeah,
that
so
could
it
be
might
be a contingency, as you know.
Yeah.
If you do kill it, then maybe that will work on figuring out where the lair
Okay
is.
then.
Although I'm
So
pretty
maybe-
sure that the dragon has a higher hit die than me, so
This is gonna be crazy. I hope we live, but
That-
I have severe doubts.
Maybe
Certainly
this is
possible.
no,
workable.
it would get a saving throw.
yeah, because it's
'Cause it's
going to
higher
be
level,
evil alignment,
more hit
and
die
it has
to you.
Right, but I mean, at the same time, better to
have a chance.
yeah. I mean, better to have a chance than just say, well, screw this, kind of thing. I mean,
And Yeldan,
The thing is,
if
it
we
doesn't
want
say
to,
that I'm
Yeldan
limited
could
to one
do
casting.
what was that, Lafdul?
It doesn't specify that I'm limited to one casting of it.
Yeah, you could just keep trying to cast it till
I'm
it
just
works.
limited to my burning incense.
I would say that
My range are
would
not
not
expanded.
let you cast it again and succeed on the same thing until you've gone up a level. I would do that.
I wonder how good those harpoons we bought. I wonder how well they would work against dragons.
They're
Really?
magical
Do we want to
harpoons, though,
pull-
so
Harpoons are basically ballista bolts with rope tied to them,
Hmm.
right?
So we've got something. We've got something that flies, that's got better flying maneuverability than us. We want to make it easier for Ockar to try his thing, or for other people to try similar things. If we can fire a harpoon in it with a weight on the end or something.
I mean, you either want me or you want Higgimus to do this to get a big hit on it.
I mean, I'd do it if I could get on the back of it.
I'm gonna be shooting my.
Don't know what I'd do
arrows.
afterwards, though. Be on the
Yeah,
back of a dragon in midair and it drops out the sky.
That's why I want a fly spell on me too, so that if it ends up dropping out of the sky, I have a way to get to safety.
Well, if we could trick it into wild space, we'd be okay, because you just float.
I don't think dragons can survive in wild space.
Yes,
They
they
Jewel,
can.
what do you think? What do you think?
Everything that goes into space takes air with it. So I mean,
Yeah, the dragon. It's not a celestial dragon, but it could go into space still.
And if we,
Jules just kind of like, I don't really have much to add. I mean, if you want to take it on, I will try and do my part. But
Would you want to take it on?
I think our problem is we don't know how big it is. If it's small, it might
If
be easy to do it.
If
If it's
it's
big, it might be too much for us.
don't the longer these things live, the more larger and more powerful they get.
Jewel
How
says
big
in answer to you, Leva, she's like, I'll go along with the group. If things go sour, my ship is repaired.
If things go sour, we're getting ASAP out of here.
Well,
If we
yeah,
can.
If we can. Here's a question. I'm gonna. How big? What do I have to roll to figure out how big do I think the dragon is from how far away I was viewing it at?
Give me an intelligence check, and I may give you a range.
Okay, my intelligence is 12. Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Okay then.
So, you would estimate that it was between 75 and 150 feet, somewhere in there, long total.
So I'll give them the estimate of its size. I don't know how. I can't relate that. I'm not really good with actual sizes and measurements.
It's bigger than
Can
your
you
ship.
compare it to something?
Well,
It's bigger than the ship.
It's bigger than
Yeah, compared to the ship.
shuttle, at least. I'd have to look at the
bigger than
battle dolphin.
No.
Actually, I think I can. No, that doesn't zoom in. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys. you know, do you want to do it?
I'm against this plan, but I will go along with it if I am outvoted.
Is there a way? Did Braxon get enough of a look at it to guess how big it will be in like whole points or anything?
No. I mean,
Remember,
it's a
dragon will
creature,
have a
so all of your weapons will not be doing hull point damage. They'll be doing hit point damage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all of your heavy weapons, they do have a personnel damage rating.
Mm.
which is what?
So you said you had a medium ballista on the Dolphin shuttle.
Yes.
All right. So for example, that does 3d6 points of damage.
And it's a shame we lost the magical weapon that was on the other ship.
Well,
'Cause that would've
have
helped
you?
against
I
it.
mean, you don't have it, but is it lost? You didn't exactly get a chance to
Well,
go down.
We did get those magical bolts too. Ballista bolts.
Well, did we get them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the
Yes.
ballista bolts. We just don't
Yeah,
have
we
the
brought
ballista.
the magic ballista bolts with us. We just don't have the ballista.
Yes.
Did Higgimus kill?
Higgimus brought them. Higgimus took them.
Higgimus
Alright.
carried them. Cool.
We
Okay.
just had no way to transport the actual ballista.
Yeah, I couldn't carry the ballista. Sorry.
I also really like how quickly you were to say nope, not doing it kind of thing. Not even an so Ald, could I carry it?
No, what?
That'd just be a
it's just
pain.
It would.
It's
Yeah.
too bad that Leva didn't have the tensest floating disc.
You wouldn't have been able to carry it anyway. It was too big. Too heavy.
Exploding disc. What?
I mean, could it be dismantled?
Floating.
Repaired?
Floating
Could
disc.
it-
It's still too much equipment for one person to carry, even a gift.
Oh, I thought you said exploding disc.
No, floating tensest floating disc. It's a.
Hey, out of
it's
curiosity,
basically-
Old,
hmm
could Leva teleport through spheres when she gets access to that spell?
You can teleport to the other side of a crystal sphere wall. Yeah.
Ah, well, not
But
through
you
crystal
can't
spheres.
teleport to another crystal sphere.
I don't think the range. Well, I don't know. I'd have to go look at the spell description again. I don't. If she knows it extremely well, then arguably I think so. But I'd have to go look at the.
You're better off using a teleportation circle that's connected to another
Leva could just
teleportation
say-
circle.
Leva could just wait till we're almost dead and just go back to Brow.
Get a new adventuring company.
Yeah.
Come get our bodies.
Yeah, and all to be doing an advert. Do you want to join Leva on the new adventure? Replace my dead players.
Look, you get to fight a dragon. Isn't that amazing enough?
Well, he did technically fight a dragon. It wasn't a real dragon per se.
We fought a dragon turtle, and we didn't even kill it.
Higgimus got a hit in.
We didn't kill it.
I love that Higgimus literally took a ballista and started shooting at the turtle.
That was a good plan. If not for that
So
one
he-
guy who was hasted with the specialization in halberd.
Hmm.
The
Maybe
nice
throw a
thing is
shield out
that
So, all right. So, do you guys have a plan at least of how you want to go in on this? Like,
Yes, with
Yeah,
Bell, Dolphin,
I'm
ready
still not comfortable with Ockar trying to fly to the dragon in mid-fight. I think we should just stick with ranged attacks.
It's
only.
going to be breathing whatever breath weapon it has at the crew, because the crew and the ship's going to do more damage than any individual player. That'll be
Yeah,
its
that's what I
action.
mean.
Yes.
I think we're better off just sticking with ranged attack.
Well, it's either I do it or Higgimus does it. Which
or
one?
no one
Well-
does it.
Hang on, if we get to that stage, it's like we're all in and we can't back out. While we're on the ship, we can retreat.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do this, Ockar, but this is an end game thing that we're going to take the dragon down, and that's when people will do things like this.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I figure we save the engaging it in melee for it, because it can outmaneuver us, so probably be able to get pulls far enough away that we won't be able to hit it anymore. So we have to just follow it.
Well,
Can anyone think
so-
of anything we can do with the harpoons?
So
have
real
you-
fast before talking about that. With regards to flying out to it, keep in mind that I mean, if it's focusing on one thing, it's not going to have an easy time attacking something else. I mean, it could bite with its jaws and slap with its tail, sure, but it's not like it's got all around attacks kind of thing. So if there's enough targets out there,
Well, we can probably use the shuttle then as well.
yeah, I mean, so again,
The shot will go down in one hit.
Maybe not.
but again, the question is what it focuses on and stuff like that. So, if it
Biggest
focuses on the shuttle, then the dolphin itself is getting all these attacks on it and stuff like that, and all of your characters, any of your characters that are flying and stuff, could do so. So it's kind of a question of, I'm not saying whether that's it's a good idea or not. That's something that you'll need to decide. But keep in mind that it's like, if you've got a bunch of gnats flying around you, can you hit them all at once, kind of thing?
Yeah, I think we should make use of our multiple ships, and I still think I should do my flying attempt.
The reason why is because it's just so. It's not the fact that you're flying at it thing. It's the fact that it's gonna be once you land it, it's gonna be real easy to drop you.
Well, that's why I want a fly spell on me.
It's gonna outfly you while attacking the ship because it can just move faster.
That's why I want the fly spell on me if I end up on it. So that if I get knocked off, I don't fall to my death.
Or we could just all stick to bows and shoot it.
The problem there is that you're the only one with magical ammo, and I'm not sure if dragons are immune to normal weapons.
So I don't think they are, but they just have a
Well-
ridiculously high AC.
Do you have any bombs left, Higgimus?
Yeah.
So
I
how
probably have
about
negative
how about we attach a bomb to the rope that goes onto a harpoon?
Or just
I don't think
attack
they work
bomb
like that.
harpoon.
That'd
They
be
don't.
cold call.
We can't do a bomb on a ballistable because we can't delay the detonation.
What about the blood of those things that we fought not long ago?
That would
Won't
not be
help
as
if it's
effective. That would not be very effective if it's a fire dragon. We don't know if it's fire though.
Yeah.
Mm?
It's not going to do that much damage in general, though.
Like 1 point of damage if it hits.
Yeah, I think that
No,
what the
it
best
does more
bet
than
is to approach it with both ships and have as many people as we can get do the fly stuff and attack it with the melee fire type people. Attack it with the melee stuff because that's what we're going to be best at. The melee people are. I mean, I know
Yeah.
that's what I'm best at.
Have we decided whether or not we're going to fight it in the air or in its lair? Because if we
in its
fight it in the lair, we can use spells, different kinds of spells.
But we
The
would have to
planet-
keep an eye on it and wait for it to go in its lair before we attack it in the lair.
Can't we just
We'd
try
have
and
to
find
somehow
it?
be
Dragon
able to
is to
track it.
It's going to
Well-
need a massive entrance.
Hold on a second, guys. So, fight it in the air, I would say, because then that way we can spread out more. It has to divide its attention more and that sort of thing. If we attack in its
And then-
lair, we're all gonna be bunched up together. And it's
Yeah, but we
breathe
have
all
And
over
at
us.
our current
2
strength,
people that can use
I-
transmute rock to mud and just make it sink into the mud.
I have a better plan than Ockar. Well, half of a better plan.
what is it?
So we tie one end of the rope to a harpoon, shoot the dragon with a harpoon, and we attach the other end to me.
You?
What?
Yeah, and then I climb along the rope, get on the dragon, and I can attack it while you're
Considering the
doing your
force-
other stuff.
I mean, that
Yeah,
could
I
work.
just have to figure out that bit.
You're
They
gonna
could
be.
work, but would it free fire or its breath weapon on you while you're trying to climb the rope?
Maybe.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It would just use its breath weapon against the ship because it's more of a
I
threat.
mean, it could be an idea, but you might want somebody else going. I think we should have fly spells on at least 2 of the melee people. The ones with the most effective
You
weaponry.
only have one because the other one's haste and the other one's a wild magic. She's only got 3 third level spells.
Okay,
Oh,
so everybody
right.
take a look at what stuff you have. Like, for me, myself, I do have the speed potion still. And I do have a flying potion still.
I have
Also, spire climb if that helps somebody.
I have a potion of fire resist, a potion of an elixir of youth, a potion of filter of glibness, a temporary healing
hold
potion.
on. You might want to certainly ignore the stuff that's not going to do anything good here, like a filter of
Relevant
glibness.
stuff, basically.
Okay, I got potion of strength, fire resist, potion of magic blocking.
That might be good because I think
Yeah.
some dragons
Might work.
cast spells.
Yeah, remember also that you're only going to be able to do one at a time. Or one during this fight, basically.
You know, you just get this
I mean, you
potion
could
to-
take a risk.
Get
I
a dragon.
I
to
can
drink a
throw
potion of diminution.
I can throw a
Make it
filter of
smaller.
love into the dragon's mouth.
Yeah, hold on.
That'd be funny. No, then one of us would
dragon.
fall. Isn't it
That-
how it works? When one of
No,
us
no, no,
fall
no,
in
no.
love
You
with
throw it into the
dragon?
dragon's mouth and it falls in love with one of us.
Yeah, you shoot it in with a catapult. It's a cool shot.
Shoot it in the gut with the filter of love, or into the mouth with the filter of love, and then it falls in love with us.
That'd be so weird. I don't know if it works on non-humanoids though. It might only work on humanoids.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I have a potion of hill giant strength.
I
Yeah.
used to have one.
Actually, I could give the potion of strength. Oh, wait, no, I can't give it to Braxon. Braxon still got that one potion effect, and we don't know when it'll wear
Yeah.
off. Any other potions he takes will cause him to explode,
Or
something
some-
else.
I really think that haste would probably
Haste
be-
is definite.
a
Haste
really
is a
good
good
spell
one.
in the use in this case, because the more attacks would be better.
Can
Because
I?
it does have a high armor, which is a dragon. That's just going to
you
be a
just
fact of
gotta
life.
remember, the only person it might not be good on is me because I'll just eat through my arrows like candy.
Well, good. We'll
That's
buy you
fine.
more.
Yeah, I mean, just the
Well,
more
no,
attack, but the more attacks you get, the more chances of hitting, the more chances of damage.
But I only get 20 shots.
I think.
So what?
You just
That's-
have multiple quivers there. Just pick up the next
Yeah.
quiver. It'll take a
While,
round.
Okay.
while you're on the ship, just have loads of quivers strapped to the
That's
decking.
true.
They
I can
ships
just,
usually
like, put
have
a bunch
like barrels of arrows.
Those are the only downside is those are flight arrows. Oh well, I'll live.
So,
How many magic arrows do I have?
So yeah, I really still think the flying to it,
You
and
know-
like just like what Ald said, have a bunch of people with fly spells or potions, whatever. The melee people attack it in the air with
I
fly
have-
spells.
I think I have an idea. Somebody said that they have a potion of hill giant strength.
That would be Yeldan, who's the ranged person for the most part.
So, give me. Okay, I will drink the potion of hill giant strength. Leva casts haste and then fly onto me. Higgimus can drink his fly potion, and then the two of us will be able to engage the monster in flying while you guys use the ballistas and arrows.
Are dragons immune to sleep,
I have
so
no
to
idea.
speak?
But
Because I can
spell-
make sleep arrows.
They would have to
No
pass,
idea.
they get a saving throw. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know, but if everyone's got sleep arrows shooting at it, one of
But
them's bound to affect
the
it.
idea is that the hill giant strength, that is like a strength like 20.
19 for hill giant.
That's still better than whatever I could get out of the potion of strength I have.
What's your potion? It's just a flat potion of strength.
He
Oh,
doesn't.
just
He
a
doesn't know
normal
what the
potion.
effect is. He just knows
It's
that it
just
makes
a-
him stronger.
I just know it's a potion of strength. I don't know if it's hill giant or otherwise.
Well, here's an idea. If we tackle this thing in the air, can we do cold shots and try to destroy its wing? If everyone attacks, say, the left wing? if we can destroy its wing, we destroy its ability to fly, or at least we lower its ability to fly rings around us.
I think that's a good idea. We focus on one of the wings and take that out, and then it can't attack us anymore. That's good.
If it drops out of the sky, it might die from the impact.
Just remember
Yeah,
that cold shots are going to increase the difficulty by another 4, right?
That's why.
Four.
That's why
I'm not going to be called shot.
And we're already attacking something that's going to have a really high armor class or low
Well, that's
armor
why I
class.
want
sorry.
to. That's why I want to get that potion of Hill Giant Strength.
That's true.
That's why I'm not called shotting it. As well, with my tackle of 12 on my bow.
Hey, Olf, is
Yes?
it feasibly possible to use a catapult? I'm just speaking hypothetically. Use a catapult with, like, I don't know, with like a potion and just make it swallow it. I'm just wondering if it's actually possible.
That'd still be a cult shot.
Well, so I mean, if you're talking about a potion of like fiery
Diminution
burning,
or
I would
something.
definitely let you use the catapult to chuck a potion of like an oil fiery burning. If you were saying like a potion of healing, I mean, it's not really going to have effect. I mean, so it depends on what
No,
you're
No,
I
potion.
mean,
I
like,
think he's thinking of the potion of diminution.
Yeah, to make it smaller. I'm wondering if you can do that in theory.
So keep in mind that most potions need to be ingested.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
I mean, you
it'd
get
still
it
be
to
a cult
that'd be a
shot.
cold shot to make it swallow it as it's
Cult
breathing
shot
fire
at
at
the
us.
mouth.
So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to make a called shot, maybe, but again, I would still be doing like a
-4, whatever.
well,
It
I mean, yeah,
basically was
you'd
20
be
or nothing.
well, it's not just a -4. Sometimes it can be worse depending on what you're trying to do. So
That would be a worse one because you have to get it inside its mouth while it's open.
and then I'd
Unless
have to make
he's
an item
breathing-
saving throw for whatever the container is. It might just swallow the thing whole and poop it out later, literally. In fact.
Dramatic effect.
So, you know, I mean, because the container that it's in has to get destroyed too, which may not happen with whatever it is. And at the same time, not only does the container need to make a saving throw, but the potion might as well, depending on what it is. If it's a fire-breathing dragon, then the potion may need to make a saving throw versus magical fire.
Yeah, and if it's something that breaks in a dragon's mouth, it might break when you fire the catapult.
Probably not, because it generally needs an impact, and you're not getting an impact. I mean, catapults are used for hurling breakable things fairly regularly. I mean, you know, you use it for a pot of oil or something like that. But so that I wouldn't say is a concern. But whatever you throw it has to break in his mouth. I mean, first you have to get it in his mouth. Then the thing has to break, and then the potion has to survive any effects that it may encounter there.
The
You know.
thing is, the only way I can see it you getting into its mouth is when it starts inhaling to breathe fire. Because I always imagine it, or breathe whatever its breath weapon. I always imagine to use the breath weapon. They always show the dragon taking a huge, deep breath in and then breathing out.
Well, but they also bite. Dragons bite, so
Yeah.
the mouth has to be open to bite.
This is gonna be a very hard fight, no matter how we do this.
Well, we thought the turtle dragon was going to be the hard fight. And look what happened to it.
We didn't know that we were gonna get assistance from characters that were stronger than us.
That's true too.
Yeah, we
That's
use
the main
trickery to
difference.
beat the dragon turtle.
That's the main difference
to
here.
attack.
We don't have like characters that are like 2 or 3 levels higher than us fighting this alongside us, accidentally.
That's
Well,
true.
we're like, I imagine, I don't know if we are, but some of us I think are the same level as things that as they were when they fought the dragon. So
Do we have the ability to make something like a bolus that we could shoot out the catapult?
I don't know what that is.
To
two balls
weights on a rope.
tied together.
Spin trying to break your ankles or whatever traditionally.
That's usually. I mean, I think they're usually made with chains.
Yes,
Yes.
they're
Yeah,
usually made
cannonball
with
chains.
chains, and we don't have chains.
I mean, you could try a rope, but then that might the rope
Break.
might break before the whatever you're hitting. So
Yeah, you're better off with chains when it comes to something as big as a dragon. Usually the ones fired from cannons are made with chains, and the ones fired from like hand thrown, twirled up and hand thrown is used by hand is rope.
Yeah.
Because you're targeting a person versus an actual.
This is
it's-
one of the moments
better
where
ones
you
are
wish.
for
This
like
is one of the moments where you wish that the ship you bought was a great bombard.
right.
That's when a
No.
dragon breathes on it and it fails. It's like I'm saving for
Don't.
it. Higgimus goes into depression.
Don't encourage Higgimus to go back and buy the Great Bombard.
Oh, that would be great in this instance, wouldn't it?
Are we actually committed on fighting this dragon? Because I'm.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
not
so.
committed on
You
fighting
know,
this dragon. I'd rather us leave with our
I can
goal
see us
in
spending
hand.
absolutely ages theorizing it.
Well,
rather
so
than
then, do we
actually
want to
doing
do a vote? Yeah,
Let's
I'm
do
not
a vote.
committed.
I'm not committed.
I'm
committed.
now actually not committed anymore.
No.
I'm committed.
No, it's. Not really.
I can force the dragon to probably force the dragon to lead us to his lair,
Well,
to its lair.
we're doing this vote to see if we're committed to do this. So far, 3 of us said not committed, and 1 of us said committed.
Braxon said committed, didn't he?
He said not
I
committed.
did originally. I said not committed.
Yeah, I'm not committed. So.
Why
3.
not? What's the reason?
Well, we're just doing votes. We don't have to
This-
give reasons for it.
I don't think we have
I don't mind discussing reasons.
enough means at our current disposal to deal with it. I don't think we're high
Yeah.
enough level.
Here's the thing.
I don't think we're strong enough for this.
Why
Yes.
not?
Here's the thing. Ald wouldn't throw I think Ald would not throw a dragon at us unless he think.
Well,
Well,
no, he has said
Uh,
that you
so-
have
so-
encounters that you can just have to run from.
Yeah. There have been dragons on every single one of the wild space encounter charts that I've made so far.
Yeah,
Even down to the very first one that you had.
he is not beyond throwing a dragon at us that we cannot handle.
So just because there's a dragon here does not mean you can handle it, but it also does not mean that you can't handle it. You know, so
how big? What? Is it bigger than is the battle dolphin?
it's not bigger than the battle dolphin.
But it's bigger than the shuttle.
But bigger than the shuttle, but it's not bigger than the battle dolphin.
So young adult?
You don't know.
adult?
No, you don't know. You will
We
not
don't
be able to
know.
guess that.
My
at all.
point is, can we afford multiple resurrections?
I do not think we can. I don't
No.
think we can afford that. And the thing is, if any of us die against that thing, the time between here and getting back to Brawl would make it that we can't do normal
Yeah,
resurrections.
no,
we
it
would
would
have
have
to
to be
get
resurrection.
Crew. We can't get. No, it would be too much time for an actual resurrection.
No, resurrections go in years.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It
Raised
doesn't
dead stays.
months.
Red Dead is days. Resurrection is years. True
I thought the only
resurrection
thing
is
we
hundreds of
You
years.
could get was true resurrections.
We can't
Only
get
elves.
ninth level
If
and
it's one of
second
the
edition
elves,
anyway.
one of the full-blooded elves die, it'll be only 2 resurrections that can bring us back. Because we're elves, and that's a thing about
Okay.
elves.
Right. Well, the way I see it is,
Or a resurrection.
we heard from these orcs that this dragon has all the treasure from the ships, but they don't know exactly where it lives. We don't know how true that is. So it could be that everything from the Unhuman War has long gone, and that we can't find the lair, and we fight this thing and lose some of our crew and don't know where to get the treasure. If
What
we
if
knew
we-
where it lived,
Here,
if we knew where it
you know what?
lived,
here's what we can do. Because
Let me
this is
finish.
still like the first day you ran away.
Yeah, but
While we're hunting tomorrow,
I
we
don't-
Braxon didn't finish.
Yeah,
Let him finish.
Oh, okay.
if we knew where it lived, or if we went on a recce with the plan that we will break off,
On
if
a what?
necessary,
Reconnaissance.
a reconnaissance. If we went on
Oh,
a
okay.
reconnaissance with or without the ship to see if we could follow it to its lair, we could have a risk versus reward that might be more usable. But if we can't work out where the thing lives, and we're going to have to fight it in the air on its territory where it's got the advantage, it might not be worth it.
Yeah.
What if we were to
Yeldan-
distract it and we just robbed the place?
Yeah, well, that's what I said. If we could get it to chase us for a long distance and then circle around, or get it to chase the ship while we bailed out overboard, and then the ship picks us up later, or something like that. I don't know. If there was something like that we could do, if we knew where to go, it might be worth it.
Here's the thing. What we could
Okay,
do.
I have noticed that we never finish a vote. Whenever we decide to do one, we always get distracted and just forget all about it. So, can we at least finish this vote?
There were at least 4 people who were not committed.
Yeah.
So I mean
So
that right there means that unless some of those people change their minds, you guys are not committed to doing this. So
So that's why I was coming up with a different plan. We still want to possibly get the stuff, and we're gonna spend 2 days.
I don't care about the stuff.
other
Hang
people
on,
do
that's
though.
just you.
No, not the dragon stuff. The other
What?
stuff at the wreckage
ship.
of the ship that we were at before we had to
Yeah.
run away. The dragon might not come and chase us every time we go there.
Okay, then.
What's the point I was gonna try to make? And so we're spending 2 days hunting on the on-world anyways. So why don't during that time we can go over and try to go over to that place with a fine-tooth comb before if the dragon doesn't show up to chase
That's
the ship away.
Okay,
Maybe,
so what
what
do we want?
What if we get off the ship like a distance away from the place, and then the people basically march over to where the area is, loot through it, and then bring it back to where we had the ship, instead of just being right on top of the ship.
So
Yeah, but it's the safest way for us to go there, because I imagine if we fly back over the place in general, the dragon will spot us and come after us again.
So keep in mind
Well,
number 1 that your overland movement rate, unless you leave Higgimus behind, is extremely slow.
Yeah.
And even with other people, considering that most people are somewhat overloaded to a degree, unless they're specifically leaving their packs behind, your overland movement rate is just really, really slow. So you'd be talking about dropping people off days away and then picking them up a couple days later, kind of thing.
I have an idea.
We're better off just flying right over there and going through it. It was a lot quicker that way.
All right, Braxon, you had an idea?
Yeah, I have an idea, but how much stuff do we know we can actually recover? I mean, the ship's weapon seems worth it if we can find it, if it's still intact.
The only
Ship weapons and the books.
And
but we don't know. But we only know that 6 books have been recovered, and that's the 6 that we found. We don't know if there's
Plus
any
it's
more
been
left.
raining. I doubt any of the books are left.
I
So
doubt
what-
there's any books left.
Well, no. What I'm saying is the risk versus reward is that we can possibly get a ship's weapon, and we can possibly get some more books that will help Lafdul, right?
But I'm not sure if
Both
Let
of
him finish. Let him finish.
Both of which would convince me it was worth doing. The problem is it took us a long time to get in there. We can't carry the stuff out. We need a ship. But what I thought is we've got this folding boat, and we have a spare Spelljamming helm. So is there a river nearby or some place where we could open out the boat and mount the helm on and put the ship's weapon and the books in and fly? And if our ship baits away the dragon and flies away quick enough so that it doesn't get attacked, but slow enough so that the dragon keeps chasing it, maybe that will give us enough time to load up the boat and go off in the opposite direction and come back to wild space.
I'm not sure the folding boat can hold It can hold the ballista and books along with the people needed to search the place thoroughly.
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll reduce it down to what the maximum potential of what we can do.
There is no water nearby big enough for
Right.
There's no big rivers.
Yeah, but it's small enough that we can just drop ropes down.
Yeah. The thing is we don't want. I don't know how the magic of a helm is going to interact with the magic of the boat.
Well, we could try it in wild space.
And then possibly lose the boat. I don't want to risk that.
Same here.
Well, then we don't do it then.
I'm fine with not doing it.
we can get. I don't think the dragon's gonna come after us every time.
I think the dragon's gonna come after us every time.
How?
Because
No,
it
but that's
has a
What makes you
huge...
think that? Dragons
That
are not
is-
omniscient.
Because we're a big target out there.
All right,
Flying
so-
out there, we are one big target, and it will see us and it will come after us.
All right.
Dragons spend most of their time in their lairs.
Let me
not looking
ask
around.
this guy. Do you guys still want to do 2 days of hunting, recover all your spells, and then decide, or is
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so-
Yeah.
well hold on.
I
Let me
think
finish.
it's
Let me
hunting.
finish. Let me finish because there's an or here. Or do you just because if you just leave, then you're talking about casting create food and water on the way back to create some extra food, and you can get any spells that you want on the way back, any healing that you want on the actual trip. So that's kind of the question here. Or you could take the 2 days and then decide.
Yeah. Let's do the 2 days of hunting
Mhm.
and see if the dragon comes out again.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah,
If
'cause,
we're going down on the ship, we could make a flight near the area and see if the dragon comes out.
That's fine as long as we don't fight the dragon.
Okay. Then this
Not
is
a
what will
good
happen. Braxon, on the first day, how badly wounded are you right now?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Higgimus
I got
didn't use
nagged
his
into
potion.
taking. I got nagged into taking the potion, so I'm 2 hit points down.
Okay. So
So
you
they should come
you
back.
you get completely healed on the first day, and on the second day, you feel hungry and thirsty again.
Woohoo!
So, is
Everyone-
that like 2 days of
everyone
hit
else-
points back?
Everyone else gets 2 hit points, but screw that. Everyone gets fully healed because Jewel and Lafdul cast some healing spells. I'm not going to worry about that right now, Lafdul. Whether you could
All right,
actually do it or
well,
not.
I
I'm
was
just-
gonna
I'm
let
just
him
gonna
drink that, then create 5 more temporary healing.
then
potions.
that's fine. Then they use temporary healing potions. Whatever. The point is that everyone gets fully healed.
Yeah, my cure light means to be enough to heal.
Through the,
Yeah,
the,
we're
the
good,
work
we're
of
good, we're good.
through the work of Lafdul and Jewel. All right. So
Well,
then
and we got
we'll
other
call
priests
this
as well.
we'll call the session here, and if the spellcasters want to change up their spells to appropriate spells for a possible fight with a dragon, they can do that, or they could just say, I'm going to assume that we're not going to fight it and take other spells, and you guys can think about it and discuss it in Discord through next week. How's that?
Mhm.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
Then let's go ahead and hand out the experience points. Higgimus, Braxon, Yeldan, and Ockar, 500 experience points each. Lafdul, 470, and Leva, 420.
Mhm.
You said 500 even?
Yes. Sometimes I
For
round it,
some-
and I didn't have to round it at all this time, which is kind of impressive. Although, then again, you face 6 creatures, so never mind. That's silly. Anyway, so yes, that's how much experience you get. I assume no one's going up a level from that.
No.
Didn't think so. Okay. So when we come back next week, we'll see if the party actually does face a dragon, or if they just
Procrastinate.
skedaddle with their tail between their legs. No, not going to comment on that. Okay. All right.
I agree.
You win,
We're all
man, Harold.
doomed.
Bravely run away, Sir Robin.
No, I want to go after the dragon. I think you guys are
I
crazy.
do as well, but
I don't want to go after the dragon. We're
You
gonna
don't want to
die
go
if we
after
get-
anything.
All right. Well, that will be. We'll find out what happens next week. Thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone out there for watching. Wolf Dragon Blood, thank you for the cheers, and I think you were the one that subscribed as well. I'd have to scroll back up and see for sure, but someone subscribed, and I do indeed appreciate that. Nope, it was Wolf Gamer Vlad. I did scroll up. Thank you for the subscription. I do appreciate that. I hope guys look forward to next week, and because I certainly am. I'll see you guys then.
It's a lot of fun. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.